might have been that.
That was wild from the jump, the first play.
That might have been the one we should have.
I was looking at it and I was like, damn, we went to the wrong game.
Seriously.
We did.
We'll get into that in just a bit.
Yep.
Also, Rex Ryan, RC, standing by. We'll be with them in just a bit. But, gentlemen, we're going to start with America's team, with the defense again dominating. And Dak Prescott and the offense firing on all cylinders. The Cowboys defeat the Jets in a 30-10 victory that saw Zach Wilson throw 3 interceptions. Dak, Jerry, talk to me.
We've got to score more. We've got to get more touchdowns rather than field goals. But at the end of the day, in this league, it's about getting the job done and winning the game and being complimentary of your defense. And I think we did that.
I can't say enough about how Mike has prepared this team the last 2 weeks, how he came out of training camp. And so give him a really extraordinary amount of credit here, Mike McCarthy.
All right, SA, I know we're just 2 games in, but in all seriousness, from what we've seen these past 2 weeks, are the Cowboys the best team in the NFL?
Hell no. I mean, hell no. Might think about no damn Cowboys
Really?
right now.
Who are we thinking about?
Stop it. Listen, excuse me. How about the 49ers? How about the team that's won 12 straight regular season games dating back to acquiring Christian McCaffrey? How about Christian McCaffrey being the lead in Russia? How about Brock Purdy being the lead, that lead dude in QBR? How about the fact that they actually went against respectable teams? Now, we all know, as I've told you before, that the Giants ain't nothing but Saquon Barkley in a bag of chips, even though they showed us something different a little bit yesterday once Saquon Barkley went down. But to beat the Cowboys 40-0, and then I'm sorry, you beat the Giants. The Cowboys beat the Giants 40-0, and just stop the presses. I don't know if you heard the news. I mean, did you see those New York Jets? I mean, my God, Zach Wilson is quarterbacking. I mean, just stop the presses. It's so impressive that the Cowboys beat up on the New York Jets. As far as I'm concerned, that's a different subject we're going to get into a little bit later, because when I look at Salah, I'm looking at it from the standpoint, where the hell was that defense against Dallas yesterday? That's a different story about the New York Jets. But in the end, Zach Wilson, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is New York. If you want to know why Zach Wilson is not that dude in New York, did you see that move that Garrett Wilson put on Trayvon Diggs and then ultimately got wide open on the left side of the end zone, and Zach Wilson missed him, overthrew the pass? I'm looking at it, actually didn't even overthrow it, didn't throw it anywhere near him. And then you're on the bench laughing. You're on the bench laughing and chilling out, whatever, and you missed that opportunity. This is what I'm talking about. It's just some people have it and some people don't. But in the end, when I look at the 49ers, we know their defense is elite. They're top 3. Offensively, with Brock Purdy leading the offense, they're top 3. And on top of it all, the level of competition, Pittsburgh first, then on the road against the Los Angeles Rams. Both road games, actually. I'm looking at the level of competition that they've gone against, Shannon. I'm looking at how elite their defense is. I'm looking at how proficient their offense is with Debo, with Ayuk, with Kittle, with Purdy, with Kyle Shanahan calling the plays, with McCaffrey. And I'm saying, excuse me, it's the 49ers, no damn Cowboys.
I agree with you, Stephen A., because I think the Cowboys' defense is masking a lot of the offensive woes that they have going on. Right. The Cowboys have scored 70 points in 2 games, won 70-10. Dak Prescott has accounted for 14 of those points. Now, yesterday, they forced 3 picks and a fumble. The Cowboys kicked 5 field goals. They're 21st in red zone scoring. Kicking field goal gets you beat. Scoring touchdowns in the red zone wins you championships. Now, the question is, and this is what we've seen, we saw the Cowboys defense last year be outstanding. And then when they went on the road to San Francisco, what happened? Their offense let them down. Okay. So the question is, can you be what you need to be when you have to be? I give that credit. He says, we have to score touchdowns. They kicked 5 field goals yesterday. They're not going to continuously play bad quarterbacks in order to feast on. So at some point in time, Molly and Stephen A., they're going to have to score offensively. Dak is going to have to push the ball into the end zone. They got 13 sacks in 2 games. Yeah. They're bludgeoning the opposing team's quarterbacks. The opposing team quarterbacks aren't very good. And when you talk about, man,
fair enough. So Dallas has outscored opponents by an NFL best 60 points this season, but these 2 gentlemen need to see stiffer competition.
I like the 49ers as the best.
All right, let's transition to the Jets and welcome in Rex Ryan.
What's up,
Someone
Coach?
who's very familiar with the Jets. Rex, great to see you. Rex, I want to ask you this. Was Zach Wilson, you as well, always, was Zach Wilson the biggest problem for the Jets?
No, absolutely he wasn't. He was horrendous. But no, a guy that was worse was, I thought the play calling was worse. They go into this game knowing you're going against the Dallas Cowboys and that ferocious pass rush. Well, here's one way to prevent Dallas from sacking your quarterback. How about we run the ball? You can't get a sack on a running play. The commitment to the run, it just wasn't there. Zach Wilson was the leading ball carrier or rusher for the Jets. That can't happen. You got a stable of backs with the Jets. Run the football. All right, Micah Parsons can ruin a game. You know that. So, I mean, you go in there, run the ball 30 times, you have a chance, and play to your defense. And unfortunately, the Jets did none of that. So Zach Wilson was terrible, but he wasn't the worst part of that team.
Rex, I agree with everything you just said because it was coaching. And you know, anytime you go on the road and you're facing a ferocious pass rush, in order to slow that pass rush down, you must run the football. You must have them hesitate for just a second. We just can't fly off the football because they might run the football. But when they didn't run the football, and you know, after a year and a half, you absolutely know what Zach Wilson is. What would make you think, Robert Saleh, that all of a sudden you're going to put the ball in Zach Wilson's hand and say, you know what, let's go on the road, face one of the most ferocious defenses in football?
You and Rex Ryan are pretty tight. You and Rex Ryan are pretty tight, all right? Y'all got some history, okay?
Yeah.
I got a problem with both of y'all right now. Damn it, I need names. We all know. Don't come on this air and don't say that. Nathaniel Hackett, who didn't even belong there. The only reason he got a job is because of Aaron Rodgers. That's the guy y'all are talking about. Say the name. Say the name.
That's it.
Rex, you're right. He's the offensive coordinator. But who has more control than the offensive coordinator? The head coach. He can be in the headset. Don't you call another pass, Nathaniel Hackett. You run that damn football because you're putting, first of all, your offensive line is a turnstile. So why would you ever put him in a situation where he's going to take a 3 or 5 step drop and he has to face Micah? He has to face D-Law, Adigizua. Those guys are relentless.
Because Aaron Rodgers came on the team. You basically hand the offense to him. That's his boy. You've been listening to Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett all summer coming into the season, and that's why you didn't do that yesterday. That's the answer to your question.
But you know, but here's the thing. You know Aaron Rodgers isn't there. You can't call. I don't care what anybody says. They say we run our game. We do what we do. You do not, Rex, and you know this. You do not call the game plan the same when you have a historically great quarterback and then you go to a Zach Wilson. You just do not, because it'd be foolish for you to do it that way. Run the football. Hall goes for 120 the first night on a Monday night, and all of a sudden he gets 4 carries. Zach Wilson is your leading carrier,
I totally agree.
Ball carrier, and you think you're going to beat the Cowboys with a quarterback leading the rush?
No disagreement. I'm just saying name names. That's all.
Rex, can the
Stephen
Jets
A.,
still make
I'm
the
looking
go
at-
ahead.
Well, I'm going to say this. I still think that the Jets can make the playoffs.
There we
but
go.
You guys are right. This is not college football. It's not like college football is, here's our system, we're going to run it. In the NFL, it's game plan specific. You never recognize the opponent you were playing. I thought that was the biggest mistake they made. Now, look, is it all, there's no chance the Jets can't win. Wait a second. They beat the Buffalo Bills, who won that division 3 years in a row. They've already beat them with Zach Wilson at quarterback, with the terrible play at quarterback, as everybody says. No, it can be done by playing great defense and having a ball control offense. I mean, you don't have to apologize. I'm looking at the Atlanta Falcons. They run the ball like nobody's business. That ground and pound, they're doing it. What's their record? Oh, they're 2-0. Amazing. It's amazing how it happens. The Jets can get there, but they need to sit back. They can get there, I'm just telling you, but you need to have the ground and pound type mentality. There's nothing wrong with it.
Coach, man, thinking the Jets is going to make the playoffs, that's tantamount to thinking that I can go in the gym and lift as much as Shannon. That ain't happening, bro. That ain't happening, all right? It's not happening, Coach. I mean, you know it's not happening. Just stop it. Stop it, Coach.
Wait
Stop
a second.
it.
This defense is more talented than the defenses I
know
had
that.
with
I
the
know
Jets.
that. But the offense,
No, they're not. Rex,
No,
you had
I
two
think
guys.
they
You
are.
had two guys on Rikers Island. Do you understand what Reeves was? He's arguably the second greatest corner to ever lace him up. And then you had Crow on the other side. And then you were calling plays then.
Shannon.
Give yourself a little bit more credit, Sexy.
No, I understand that, but we only had, remember, we never had Cromartie the first year where we led the NFL in defense. We inherited a team that was 23rd in the league. All right, we get it. This team has 7 guys that can rush the passer, Shannon. That's why I'm saying I think they're more talented than the defenses that I had with the Jets. Not comparing them to the Ravens, but the defense I had with the Jets, I think they're more talented. If you take the mentality of pounding that football and not apologizing for it, and now they have a great receiver in Garrett Wilson, a great receiver. You're going to get those safeties down. They're going to get those linebackers up. That's going to allow those one-on-one matchups. This kid does not read defenses well. He doesn't progress very well. But if I have one man to throw to, I can get it done. I think the Jets can surprise from moving forward. I think they will.
Listen, Coach Rex Ryan, you know I love you. I love you, dear. You know that. You know you're my man. But it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable with hearing "sexy Rexy." I mean, can we just? Can we? I know that I'm uncomfortable at 10 in the morning with that. I mean, can we just say Coach Rex?
I say "sexy Rexy" too. It is what it is.
I mean, can we wait?
It's much better coming out of Molly's mouth than it is Shannon's. I just say that.
But we go back.
I understand.
Shannon just calls him sexy. I don't go that far. That's inappropriate
we go back
for
to
me.
2000, but his dad came down to Savannah State to work me out back in 1989.
I got you.
So that's how long I've known the Ryan family.
I'm thinking about Rex with the dance moves that I saw him doing on Get Up last year. I saw the dance move he was doing on Get Up last year, stuff like that. And then you say "sexy Rexy" with the dance move. It's not